Hey guys, Colorado Camperman Brian here. Well, I'm at the land and I am here for about a week actually. And I'm going to be here because we're doing a elk hunting trip. But anyways, in this video, I want to go over all the stuff that I've done to our camper to get it ready for winter camping conditions. Because this trip is going to be very interesting. It's supposed to be 60 to 70 degrees over the next couple days, and then it is just dropping. And we're supposed to get anywhere from 19 to 30 inches of snow, and nighttime temps are supposed to get down to the single digits. So it's going to be freezing every single night that I'm here, and our camper is not a four-season camper. So I'm going to show you guys some stuff that I've done. I used to do a lot of winter camping, so this is not my first rodeo. I'll put some links to some videos that I've done, quite a few years ago, but I used to actually truck camp in the wintertime at ski resorts and then go snowboarding, which was a lot of fun. And I camped when it got all the way down to -30 Fahrenheit. So this ain't, like I said, this is not my first rodeo, that's for sure. So today's video is sponsored by Prime Land Exchange. So they are a family-owned business out of Texas, and they sell land in multiple states. A lot of you guys have been asking me who I would recommend to purchase land through, and I can confidently say that you guys should check these guys out. They do sell properties in Colorado, and they actually have one that they just got. It's in southern Colorado in the San Luis Valley, just south of Alamosa. And it's 10 acres that they're selling right now for $17,170 cash. Or what's cool about these guys, you can actually finance properties through them. So this property is $245 per month for 72 months with a $150 document fee. What's nice about this property, it's 1 mile east of the Rio Grande River. And it's also just 1 mile east of 80,000 acres of BLM, and you're able to camp on this land as well. So I'll put a link in the description where you can check out more about this property and Prime Land Exchange. So I tried to do as much of this stuff at home before I got here, so I wouldn't be stuck doing this. And I'm kind of racing the clock because the sun is going down. But some stuff that I did at home was I used some expanding foam in areas where there's no insulation. That included our fresh water connection as well as our city water connection. There was literally no insulation around there. I stuck my fingers behind the wall there and zero insulation. As well as our utility shower. Around here and between the city water connection, there was zero insulation. So I put some expanding foam there. Then I also put some bubble wrap insulation on our outdoor shower. I took the hose off, so that's all good to go. So the biggest thing I did at home in preparation for our trip was install these tank heater pads. I put one on the gray, the black, and the fresh water tanks. These are actually rated to have tanks up to 50 gallons go all the way down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So technically, based on these stats, it should be good by just doing this stuff alone, but I'm going to do some other stuff which I'll show you guys. All right, so now I'm under the fresh water tank, and again, I do have a pad under here, but I do have this little drainage hose that's coming down. So I cut some of my son's Fun Noodles. Don't worry, buddy. I'll get you a new one before the summertime, but I'm just going to put additional insulation, or use this as insulation. Then I'm going to put some tape on the bottom of this. There's also 2 other hoses right here that drain my pump and the rest of my lines, and I'm going to cover those. All right, so there we go with the foam. I do have a little bit of foam left that I am going to put on my gray tank hose coming down here. All right, so here is this pipe. I got at least a little bit of it. I know there's definitely some exposed, but I'm hoping with the tank heaters and then also with getting this thing skirted that I should be good. The other thing that I did, I'll show you guys on the inside here. I purchased these Camco RV vent covers. And again, from my truck camper days, I noticed a massive difference when camping in the wintertime when my vents were plugged up. So these things are awesome. You can buy them on Amazon. I'll put a link, but they have reflective material on one side and it's just kind of fuzzy on the other side, and they're maybe 2-3 inches thick, something like that. And they go up here pretty easy. I mean, I'm doing that with one hand with the camera and not bad. So I put that in all 3 vents. So I was trying to figure out a way that I could skirt this without having to bring sheets of plywood up or foam insulation or anything like that. And so I did a little bit of research on the internet. A lot of people were saying, as long as you don't get that draft of wind to go under your camper, you should be good. So I went to good old Harbor Freight and I bought a bunch of tarps. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape the tarps around the base, and I'm going to tape it with this Scotch tape. I own a painting business and we use this on exteriors of houses, but this stuff is basically waterproof tape. So since it is supposed to snow, I'm going to tape this up, and this is good in cold temps and wet temps. It's really good tape. But I'm going to get it all taped up, and I'll put some weights on the bottom so that it's not, you know, flapping. But these things are 6 foot by 4 foot, so I'll put it 6 foot along here, then have the 4 feet come down, and then I'll have I actually have some timbers here on our property that I'm just going to put there, which will pretty much seal up that entire thing, and they should work out perfect. But I'm going to get that around the whole base of the camper, and I think that's going to really help. Again, just not with that wind coming underneath and everything. And then I've heard a lot of heat gets lost through your floor, so that should help big time. All right, guys, well, here it is in all its glory. Put in the comments how many days or hours or however long you think it's going to last. I did get around the whole way. I mean, there is still going to be a little bit of air that goes through there, but hopefully it's going to cut down. I don't know. The tape is definitely not sticking. Oh, it's already falling over there. It's 38 without the wind chill. Staying temp is 38, so the tape is not sticking nearly good as it should. But put in the comments below how long you think it's gonna last. I don't know. This will be an experiment. We'll see how this works out. But I'm gonna go do some quick scouting here, and then a little bit later I'll hop on the inside. I'll show you guys some more stuff that I'm gonna do. All right, guys, well, I'm back in the camper. It's been probably about an hour and a half since you saw me do the skirting. One thing I'm going to do on the inside is put bubble wrap on all the windows. So put strips of it, put the yellow tape around, and that makes a world of difference. I did that on my truck camper, and man, it just makes such a big difference. A lot of people use Reflectix, which you could. The thing I don't like about Reflectix is during the daytime, then it's dark in your camper. With this, it still does a really good job of giving you a little bit of extra insulation, but then you still have light coming in during the day. All right, so I got this window all done. It's nothing pretty, but man, I can already feel the difference. I have a temperature gauge. I'll shoot this window, show you guys what it is, and then I'll shoot one that does not have the bubble wrap yet, and you'll see the difference. All right, guys, so here is my laser thermometer. Hopefully this will pop up good. So we're looking at 43, 44, 45-ish maybe in this window. So it's with the bubble wrap, and this has been on for 5 minutes. And this window is 40, 39. So yeah, I mean, we're talking about a 5-degree difference, and again, I just put this on. So I think it's really going to help, especially once I turn the heat on and we get this place warmed up. Alright, guys, well, I got all the windows all bubble wrapped and everything. Everything is complete. One other thing that I want to mention that I do have here that's super important while you're winter camping, besides doing all this stuff to help keep the heat in, but is to make sure you have multiple sources of heat. Obviously, our camper has a heater. I did pick myself up a Buddy heater. I had one years ago when I had my truck camper, but I got rid of it when I got rid of the truck camper. And then don't forget too, if you do have a generator and you're using that for power, like I am, at least part of the time I'm up here, don't forget you can bring an electric space heater. Because as long as your generator is going, you can throw that thing on and have an extra source of heat for sure. Obviously, you just got to make sure you have enough gas. But I'll put a playlist to some other videos. But I did a lot of winter camping videos back in my truck camper days. One of the videos I did that's really popular is tips while winter camping. So check that one out. But otherwise, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.